So, you finally managed to complete the Shareware episode, and what better thing to do than to play it all over again? Or well, you could also play the extra levels that were hidden from you because they're available into a cheat code. Just type in GoTo once that cheats are activated, and here we go, the level selection screen. You can play all of the levels that you've previously played, but there's also 2 extra levels that have appeared, or 3 extra levels just in case that you have the Deluxe Edition of the Shareware episode, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later. As for now, this is the first hidden level, Too Tall. As a general rule of thumb, the warp-only levels for both the Shareware and the retail game are really not serious, and well, they're just in order to goof around and all of this, because yeah. How high is this freaking level already? Because you've got so many epic confrontations into the air, and well, just try and nail all of those enemies into the air with the firebomb. You're gonna love it. It's not like you have any excuse not to try it out, because there's so much ammo into this level. As long as you've got the patience to jump around and claim the rewards into the big skies, you can shoot whatever you want. This level really will be one of the few times that playing the extra hard difficulty, which makes it so that all of the lightning guards have missile weapons and all of this, will actually be fun, if only because you have so many routes of escape in order to avoid all of the projectiles that are being thrown at you. And obviously this extra hard mode is accessible through WinRut because, well, it's not into the retail game, and finally, I think that this particular difficulty is even more sillier than those levels. Basically, both of the levels into the Shareware version are really not complicated. You just need to flip one switch in order to get access to this area here, and once that you'll be here, you have one final switch to press and you'll pretty much be done with the entire level. Isn't that sweet? Both of the levels are really short, and just in case you can believe it, the next level is going to be even shorter. Weirdly enough, even though the retail game's a whole lot longer than the Shareware episode, it only has 1 more warp-only levels. The Shareware version has 2 levels and the retail has 3, and yeah, this is an elevator that you ride horizontally in order to get access to a key. But yeah, sometimes the elevator is glitching just when I think... Oh, you son of a bitch! Okay. The elevator decided to work. I was thinking for a second that I was gonna have to redo the entire journey all over again. Oh god, what a pretty sight. I'm lost into this level, and it's one square room with columns in it. Oh, my buffoonery knows no bound. So that's it for this level, which is called Too Tall, and we're gonna go right ahead with the next level, because both are incredibly short. Playroom! Are you ready to have some fun with your new teammates? Just make sure that you don't play too rough, because every single one of your playmates are gonna need tickets to the doctor. Oh, and they're pulling up their circus activity. Yeah, this level is really fun. I mean, it's so stupid, but this is why it's great. This level really reminds me of one of the levels that are into the multiplayer pack, into the reject levels, and that's basically a level which is called The Box, which is basically a multiplayer map in which you fight into a box. That's certainly the greatest concept ever for a level, and I wonder why it was even left out of the original game. Everyone needed to know about this level because it was the best multiplayer map ever made. So basically into this level you only have one objective this time around. You have to flip this switch and this is your ticket out of this level. Yeah, we're already done. That was the entire level right here. Those 2 rooms. That really wasn't a serious level, but I don't care. It was still glorious anyway. Yeah, there's no secret passages, nothing, just a whole bunch of people to kill, and here we go. We're done with the warp-only levels from the Shareware episode, but we're not done with this video yet because we still have a couple of levels to showcase briefly. Here is the Deluxe Edition of the Shareware episode, which was distributed by a company called Lasersoft. It was only available in retail, and its draw over the other Shareware episode was that it included 3 additional warp-only levels. Now, those levels have been made freely available on the internet for quite some time, but if you really want to, you can buy the game on Amazon.com for only $84.44. Now that's a bargain. Even though you'll still need to cheat in order to be able to get to those levels, these actually feel like legitimate levels compared to the silliness of the other levels. However, I'm only going to be showcasing them briefly because, honestly, those levels are really not all that interesting. I mean, come on, this level references James Bond, well, sort of, and all that it offers is a really boring level filled with a ton of hallways and really empty looking rooms. And also, there's a whole bunch of these walls all around the place, and just in case you don't remember, enemies can see you and shoot you through these walls. Great. About the 3/4 of the level take place in really tight hallways, and most of the time, you just get shot by a whole bunch of people that you can't see. So let's go and look for the culprit. Ah, he's right over here. Okay, problem solved, I believe. So, okay, let's have a little go around. Ah, you son of a bitch! Who's shooting me? I guess I'll never know, besides the exit is right over here. In general, this level really is not worth playing. So what's next? Jumpin Jehoshaphat? What the hell? Oh my god, I better need a dictionary here. Okay, so it's Jehoshaphat, but... okay, it's supposedly a Jewish gang, and what the hell does religion has got to do with this game? Okay, maybe there's a part in the Bible that involves big column of fires and green guys. Yes, this game is very metaphorical. The beginning part of this level is pretty confusing, if only because, well, you wouldn't really think of going down here because there's a whole lot of pits of fire, but you have to go there in order to be able to do anything, considering that there are springs down. And for a minute, you think that you're trapped in here, but no, there's a disc in order to rescue you. This level do feature a cool trick. In order to be able to make it across this pit of fire, you need to ride spin blades. Yeah, the things that have been ripping off your limbs ever since the beginning of this game are finally coming to your help. Other than that, once again, this level has really nothing to speak about. I mean, all that you fight in this level are strike teams. There's absolutely nothing else into this level. This modus operandi carries all the way to the final room where there's even more green guys than usual. Oh god, that was a great shot here. Let's try this again, with a little bit more feeling. Oh boy, exciting stuff. Oh, and yeah, some more green guys right at the exit too. So the final new level is called GADZOOKS, because there's a whole bunch of anti-gravitational discs, and this is what they're called. GADS, or Gravitational Anomaly Disc. So, out of the bunch, I gotta say, this is probably the only level that comes close to matching the Shareware episode, hence why this is probably the one we'll be showcasing the most. This level actually has a couple of neat sections. You get the firewall right away at the beginning of the level, which makes it really handy in order to clear out the beginning rooms, and there's a couple of tricky sections in which enemies are jumping over the walls, even though that in the end they can still shoot all the way over them. But this level is not all that great neither, because there's a few sections which are pretty dumb, in which, for instance, you have to wait from one room to the other in order to flip a whole bunch of touch plates. Okay, let's check out here. Oh, there's an extra life, and is there another touch plate? Yes, there is, so let's go back here. Oh, there's another touch plate right here. Okay, is there gonna be another touch plate? Ah, actually no, okay. That didn't go on for as long as I thought. All in all, this level is neater than the other of the new warp-only levels exclusive to the Deluxe Edition, mainly because, compared to the other two levels, this level is not a whole bunch of hallways that are completely boring and void of any interest. For instance, the last section is also pretty nice. Sure, it's pretty much a glorified hallway, and yeah, it actually is a hallway, but at least it's a hallway filled with action, and not the same enemy that is being repeated for the entire level. Such a palpable relief, because at least this level is nice for a change, compared to the other two, which I don't even think are worth playing. They're just not. At best, those levels are like episode 3 quality, and well, you all know that episode 3 wasn't all that great. I mean, it was playable, but it was not great. Also, this level is a little bit harder than the other two, so this is another reason to like it, because it's not as eventless. Oh, here comes my favorite trick of the level. Just as you think it's all clear, oh, it's not. That's a pretty clever lightning guard here for a change. So here we go, that will be it for the Shareware Warp Only levels, as well as all of the exclusive levels that are proper to the Deluxe Edition of the Shareware episode. So coming up next, the Warp Only levels in the retail game.